Good morning, everybody. Kimberly Kennedy Bohannon. Let me put up my little, this is like the greatest little tool invention. My friends made fun of it at first, but I hope I said who I am, Kimberly Kennedy Bohannon. Anyway, I got this thing for a selfie stick because I was like, I hate taking selfies. I'm like the worst. And they never look good, you know? It's like, oh, come on, I'm not that ugly. But with a selfie, I was. So I got this thing, and my friends all made fun of me with it, but it has been the greatest little tool. And I got it on Amazon for like 10 bucks. But it's really fun because wherever I'm going, I can like pop this up, I can extend the arm and take, all kinds of stuff with it. But it is awesome. I carry it with me. I never leave home without it. Let's put it that way. It's in my purse. But I moved my office. I moved my office out here today because I work from home. I'm an entrepreneur. Love it. I have struggles just like anybody else, whether you're, working a job or you work from home. But I decided I'd move my work outside, and I went into the backyard, and they're building back there behind me. So I was like, okay, I can't work here. And then I thought, well, I'm going to come out to the front end, and it's kind of turning out to be kind of a really cool idea, something I didn't anticipate. But I came out here to pray. I do my morning prayer, and I pray several times throughout the day, but getting reconnected to prayer and getting into Bible groups and Bible studies and meeting people and learning more about the Word is really helping me with my business. And how is that so? Well, I love it. People come by, I'm waving to people, and I'm thinking, I'm going to move my office out here more often. But anyway, in my prayer, I ask God, I'm like, guide me to where you want me to be and who you want me to serve in my business. Again, I'm an entrepreneur. So, I got my ex-husband and I into the furniture business. He loved it. He did great in it. I hated it. I hated selling furniture. And can you imagine how funny people think I am coming by? And I'm sitting out here videotaping myself in the driveway. But it's also one of the luxuries that I have working from home. So anyway, get back, and I digress. My ex-husband was really good in furniture, and I kind of resented that because I used to watch him work, and I just had a different approach to things, and I didn't sell much, and he sold a lot. So I should have paid a little better attention to him, but I get now what he was doing as I've been getting back into the Word and staying true to my calling, which is working from home. And I always knew that I wanted to help people and do things. So I've been praying a lot about, please give me guidance. I got involved with, the hydration business and getting people, away from being acidic and sick and all this disease and things that we focus on, and bringing people up to a more, alkaline state and helping them get healthier. And so as I've learned more about that business, I've become more passionate about it. And it made me think, I remember, and I was telling one of the team members that I work with, we have these, we call each other to motivate each other and to keep us on track, and to, kind of bounce ideas off of, telling about, I've been talking to this, this potential, prospect about, the water and about how it can help. And this is their challenges. This is what they have. What do you think? This is what I said. And I was like, it made me think about my ex-husband, because one of the things that he did that I thought was so fantastic was that when people came into the door to purchase furniture, he would ask them, what are you here for? And they would say, I'm here to purchase a sofa. And he's like, okay, do you want reclining? Do you want this? Do you want leather? Blah, blah, blah. And he would start to ask them questions about what they wanted. And so then he would lead them to that first item that he wanted them to have, or they wanted to have, not what he wanted them to have. That was probably my problem. But so he took them over, and then he would start to, ask them a lot of questions about, okay, what do you like, and blah, 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 blah. And, it finally dawned on me that he was actually serving people in a way that they wanted to be served. He was helping them. And in turn, he ended up making a lot of money. And, I struggled in that business. But I was telling a friend of mine recently, and in my prayer, I was going through this, but I recently was telling, a friend of mine about, that I really wanted to help people, that I had to find a way, that I really felt a calling to this business, and to, where I'm meant to be in this business with, with the water business and helping people. And I've been going through and helping people. I've met people that have had different diseases. So let's not even go there. But just really life-threatening diseases, and also some really pretty hairy, skin disorders that people have experienced or are experiencing. And by asking people, my friends, I'm like, I need to really practice this because I want to get in front of a lot of people. So I've got a little demonstration that I do, and so with the water, and showing people, here's the acidic side, here's the alkaline side, where are you? And then asking my friends questions about, okay, here's what I'm learning, what interests you more, and doing kind of like what my ex-husband did, which is asking people, what it is that when they're watching this demonstration, what comes to mind? What is it that, does it hit home with them on health? Are they looking to make extra income? Or is it both? Do they, would they like to learn how to do a business on the side? And getting their feedback has been like huge. And so all of a sudden I find myself in a more serving place than in, oh my gosh, I got to really make this business work. And also turning it over to the Lord. I come out and pray, and you'll see I've got my little Bible here, but not my little Bible. This has been like amazing. But it's getting, in full alignment, and I, maybe a lot of you guys can kind of like resonate with this. Is that, have you ever wondered what your life purpose was and never been able to find it? Well, yeah, kind of felt that. So as I've been praying more and learning more about the word, and paying attention to no fear, don't fear it, that, on the other side, it's going to be way better anyway. But that here and now in this moment, that if we can find those that we're meant to serve and do it in a way that's not in vain, but in a way that's really serving people. Again, circling back to, the selling of the furniture and how that progressed, and why he did so well, why I struggled. And so I was like, okay, I'm really getting that. Well, I was telling my friend, and we were talking about, the people that I'm helping, and she said, read 1 Corinthians chapter 15:58. So I'm like, okay. So, I go in, and our conversation's over, and it says, therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, stand firm. Let nothing move you. Always give yourselves fully to the work of the Lord, because you know that your labor in the Lord is not in vain. And I was like, wow, okay, I got that. So here I am, and I'm serving people, and the words are getting louder, the feelings are getting stronger. When I say the words are getting louder, I'm going to get to that in a moment. But, a lot of times we're doing things, maybe we're in a job that we hate, and we really would like to get out of that. Maybe we're in, as entrepreneurs, we're not finding our little niche where we can really make a difference and really make some income so that we can, be financially free. And to me, the greatest financial freedom comes from being able to run my own business and on my own time and do the things that I want to do, and travel anywhere that I want to go and have a really good living. And that can be that could be a lot of different things to a lot of different people, what freedom means, or what financial freedom means. For some people, it doesn't have to be a lot of money. So whatever it is for you is all that it needs to be. But I think that learning to serve people in a way that's going to truly help them is going to help you find your purpose and learn how it is that you're meant to serve. And one last note before I let go of this video here, or turn this video off, is that, God spoke to me, and I kept hearing this whisper, throw your net on the other side of the boat, throw your net on the other side of the boat. And I was working with clients, and, the clients would come and go, and I would, get fearful of, oh my gosh, I don't have a client, and I put all my eggs in this basket, and I didn't want to go look for a job. And so, I kept hoping and turning to more clients. but it was almost like a job, really. I became working from home, but I was in a job. And so I had no control of that, no future control of that. If they decided business was over, business was over. And, going to Bible studies, I'm listening people at their jobs lose their jobs right before their retirement, right before their pension. And all of a sudden they're like, oh, I don't have it. My pension's gone. And I thought, gosh, I've got to change that direction. And so I'm laying in bed one night, and sure enough, it was John chapter 21:6. Let me get over to that too. 21:6. John, this is the woman at the well. That's another great story. But John chapter 21:26, where Jesus is on the shore. This is after he's been crucified and he's risen from the dead. And he's on the shore, and the disciples go out fishing in the boat, and Jesus says to them, and I'm paraphrasing a lot here, but Jesus says to them, they hadn't caught any fish. They've been out all night. And Jesus said, throw your net on the other side of the boat. And so they throw their net on the other side of the boat, and they catch so many fish that they're just like, they can't even haul it back in. They had to get another boat to help them get it back in. And, I'm hearing this whisper, because I'm losing the clients and I'm losing the work, and I'm struggling for that. And here I want to work on the water because I really like the water, and it's the living water, and I just seen the health benefits. I'm watching and seeing what it's doing for people, and I've been able to get back in shape with it and drinking it, and just it's changed me so much. And I'm like, okay, I can help people over here. Okay, but wait a second, I gotta make some money so I can pay my bills. Oh, wait a second, I need to be over here, and this is really where my passion is and what I want to do, but I need to hang on to this client. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is like draining. So I'm sound asleep in the middle of the night, and I wake up out of a dead cold sleep, and I hear, throw your net on the other side of the boat. And I was like, time to let go of over here and start putting my focus over here, where I truly want to be, where I can truly make a difference in people's lives, where I can truly make a difference in my own life and travel around and help people and go see my, grandchildren that I never get to see because I'm tied over here to the computer. And I don't want that. I want that freedom. I want that. And I think more importantly, it's being able to serve others in a way that I've always wanted to do, and I've always known that, and I found my calling because I prayed about it, I've asked about it. And the last chapter I'll leave you with is the woman at the well. It's John chapter 4, and the Samaritan woman, Jesus is sitting at the well, and she offers him some, he asks for some water, and she's, I really don't know it deep enough, and I just read it, darn it, but read John chapter 4. But the woman, basically Jesus said, if you drink this living water that I give you, you'll never thirst again. And she, that was kind of really huge for me, because it's, first of all, living water, so that kind of resonated with me, and getting healthy and internally. But it's more than just internal health. It's about the whole entire thing of true physical health, true spiritual health, true financial health, true mental health. All those things, when you can get all those things together and you can make a difference and help other people and do things to make a difference in people's lives, that to me was huge. And so I kind of rambled there a little bit, but I hope that you got it. So the verses that I talked about today were 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58. Love that. And that's about doing things not in vain, doing things really to help other people in the Lord. And the second one was, the fish, throwing your net on the other side of the boat, John chapter 21:6. And then the last one is John chapter 4. It's the woman at the well with the living water, because if you drink this water, it will be living water. And the story behind that, it's more than just this water, but because it's this water, I have a lot of people, when I call it living water, will talk about that verse. And so somehow I'm feeling that calling, and that it's just the feeling is getting super, stronger and stronger every day, and letting go of the fear of not working over here and all the struggles that we have in our daily lives over here, and letting it go and walking over here and being fearless and letting go and letting God guide me to where I want to be, and really getting to that point of fulfilling a purpose. And you know, maybe you're called like that. Maybe you're busting to know, what is your purpose? What is it? Well, I encourage you to, you know, pray about it, ask about it, do soul searching about it, and those answers will come. So this is a much longer video than I anticipated. It started out with me just saying, I want to move my office outside and be somewhere else. And I paced around and I was thinking, and you know, now I'm thinking, how can I get my office out of here every day? Because this is just so amazing, and people coming by, and I may just do what Gary Vaynerchuk did, but instead of having wine, I might pull my water machines out here and offer free living water to people as they come by. And who knows what that can bring. As I pray and ask God for guidance, these are the kind of things that are coming to me. So I just wanted to share that with you. I know this is really lengthy. I hope that you'll comment on this video. I hope this video hit home with you in some way, shape, or form. That's another way I love it, to reach out and help other people. And you know, we're all here for that. We're here to serve in ways. And if you're here in Louisville and you want to come by and get some living water and talk about the water, maybe love to do that with you. Maybe you've got some health challenges, or maybe you're actually looking to make a little extra income on the side. I'm happy to do whatever. I'm just going to leave it out to the Lord. Those are the people that want to talk to me. You guys can reach out to me. Just hit me up on Facebook. If this is on YouTube, I'll put a link in my Facebook profile, personal profile, so you can connect with me there. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some value out of it. And if you feel stuck, step out. Change your scenery a little bit. You know, maybe it is time for a change in your life. And who knows where it can lead. So God bless, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have an amazing day. I know I'm off to a great start. I hope you are too.